The New Jersey Attorney General, Matt Platkin, that just sounds like the name of a guy who got shoved into lockers in high school. Matt Platkin tweeted this out on August 22nd. He said, New Jersey is leading the way in innovating to reduce gun violence. Today, we take a major public safety step by setting qualifying criteria for our commercial microstamping law. Microstamping will revolutionize how we match shootings to guns and solve crimes. That sounds great on paper to some people, sure. Here's the problem with that. Microstamping with firearms and ammunition is a technology that does not exist as of August 30th, 2023, when we're recording this show. So maybe it'll exist in the future, and maybe we can talk about it then, but the requirements are going into place immediately. So this is what I talk about, because I always talk about how gun bans won't come the way you think they're going to come. They're not. The gun control in this country will not come in the form of jackbooted thugs going door to door and kicking everyone's house in, or kicking everyone's door in, and pulling them out of their house, kicking and screaming while they take their guns and shoot their dogs. There's not enough ATF agents to do it. You would cause a civil war, and there are so many more efficient ways of doing it that they don't have to do that. And when people ask me what are examples, well, the first example I always give is they won't ban guns. What they'll do is open gun manufacturers up to frivolous lawsuits so that if their products are misused, not malfunctions, but just misuse of their products, they're open for lawsuits on. So they're constantly having to pay lawyers to defend themselves and fees in court, right? So that there's no other industry where you can sue them just because someone used their product wrong. That's like suing Ford because someone killed your mom or your son or your spouse in a drunk driving accident. It's asinine. It's not Ford's fault. Ford didn't market the car to people to get drunk behind the wheel, or Budweiser didn't market their beer for people to get, drink this right before you go drive home, right? No, Budweiser would never do that. They would say, drink this right before you chop your balls off and become a woman, right? That's what Budweiser would do. The same way that Glock doesn't advertise their products by showing guys doing drive-bys or domestic incidents where a guy shoots his wife and then himself, or mass shootings, right? They're not marketing people. That's dark. They're not marketing people to commit crimes with these guns. No. In fact, I don't know when the last time I've seen a gun ad was. I really don't. So this idea that guns are marketed to people to go out and commit crimes with them is insane, and that's how they'll open the door up. So they'll open the door up to gun bans. They won't pass a law saying, hey, all guns are illegal. No, they'll just make it so the manufacturers can now be sued. So they're constantly spending all of their money in court, and it just becomes too expensive for them to stay in business, so they all go under, and no one can buy guns, no one can buy ammo. Basically a gun ban. This is the same thing. This is the same thing what they're doing. Hey, if you don't get this technology that doesn't exist, literally doesn't exist, you cannot obtain it. It's not expensive. There's not a bunch of permits you have to go through to get it. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. This is like saying you have to have a time machine to operate a business here. It doesn't exist. You have to have telekinesis, right? You have to be non-binary, things that don't exist. You cannot mandate things that don't exist for someone to stay in business. That's literally what they're doing here. If you don't have this theoretical technology that doesn't yet exist, you can't stay in business. Oh, sorry, none of you can get a hold of this technology? Well, I guess none of you can operate in New Jersey now. That's what they're doing. That's how gun control will come to fruition in the United States unless we are vigilant. Because these people know they can't win a fair fight. They know they can't win in the courts. They know they can't win with just a popular vote. They know they can't sell their ideas to the American public because both statistically, logically, and emotionally, they're fucking idiotic. They know they can't win that fight, so they have to cheat. They have to do backdoor bullshit because it's not about what you want. It's not about keeping you safe. It's not about dead kids. It's not about any of that. It's about power and control. It's about making sure that the only people that have guns in this country are the government and criminals, because that's how they aid in their controlled demolition of society, which we talk about often on this show. When only criminals have guns and you're entirely reliant on an absolutely worthless government to come save you, it's going to cause complete chaos. People will turn to the government, hand over all their liberty, say, please help us, and then the rest is history. That history being Nazi Germany.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.